guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be doing, you guessed it, the one dip challenge. I've been seeing this going around all over YouTube, and basically it's the challenge where you can only dip into your product one time. No more, no less, just one time. So I wanted to sit down and do the challenge. I thought it was really fun and I really liked watching everybody else's video. So yeah, I think the most challenging part of this video will be the eyeshadow, because nobody just goes in one time in an eyeshadow pan and gets the perfect color that they desire. You know what I mean? You're always going back in and picking up the same shadow over and over again for color payoff and whatnot. And I think the brows too are going to be a little bit difficult for sure. So I have switched up some of my products just to kind of not cheat, if you know what I mean. And you will see in the video, like, I switched from using an eyebrow pencil to a pomade and just stuff that I usually wouldn't use, just so that way it would be fair. So yeah, if you want to see this one dip challenge, make sure you keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload, and check out my social media links. They are here on the page as well as down in the description bar. Let's jump right into the video, guys. So first thing, we are going to go in with this Rare Beauty primer. This is a really nice glow primer, and of course, we're only going to use one pump of this, which there's a lot that comes out in one pump of this actually. Sometimes I go in with a putty, sometimes I go in with a spray. So today I figured, why not? We better use a pump for the video. Actually, I think this is too much primer. I definitely don't think I will use all of this. And I'm actually very surprised that much product came out, because I feel like with pumps, you really don't get a lot of primer out most of the time. We're just gonna massage this into the skin. We are looking glowy today. Next, of course, we're gonna go in with foundation. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. I have the shade Fair 20N. We are just gonna use one pump of this. I actually didn't use a full pump, but I feel like a lot came out, and I think I can work with this. I don't think it will be too bad. There is a little bit of product on the end here, which we'll go in and just use. And we're gonna go in with a sponge and start blending this in. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see a little bit better. There we go. Now you guys can see up close and personal. So we're just gonna blend this into the skin. Typically with foundation, I usually do only go in with one pump. I know some people going with 2 or 3, but for me, I usually keep it minimal. And I would rather go a little heavier on concealer than on my foundation, because I feel like my foundation can look a little cakey if I go in with too much, especially for having dry skin. But that covered pretty well. You can, of course, still see some of my redness and some of my imperfections peeking through, but it's all good. We're going to use a really full coverage concealer today. So here's the skin looking glowy and beautiful. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. You guys know this is such a full coverage concealer. You barely need any of it. You just need a little bit. So here I have the applicator, and we're just gonna go in and put some right under the eyes. Typically for concealer, I don't go in a second time either. Usually one pump or one little wandful here usually does me good. So for me, so far, the challenge, it's working. And I feel like with this challenge too, you probably don't even realize how much makeup you use on a daily basis if you're constantly going in and doing your makeup. I feel like this will help you realize, like, wow, you really don't even need that much makeup. I feel like if you don't get a lot of coverage from your foundation, the concealer always saves the day. You can always fall back on the concealer to kind of give you a little extra coverage without looking too cakey, if you know what I mean. All right, so we're off to a good start. Now we're going to go in with powder. I normally do go in a few times with powder, so I don't think I'll get enough powder for sure, but we're going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the color Fair. I think we're just going to go in and we're going to set the under eye. So you can see I'm dipping my brush in here and I'm trying to get all the powder, because we can only go in and use it one time. So we're going to go in and set the under eye area. Try to get right up in there without getting powder in my eyes. And also set the eyelids. All right, so we got the under eye set. I think, to be fair, I'm just gonna go in with another setting powder. I'm not gonna go into the same one because I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose of the challenge. So I'm gonna choose a different powder and count this as another one dip, but into a different product. And I'm gonna go in with like a bigger face brush and just gonna get all the powder I can get on my brush. And then quickly set my face. Usually when setting my face, I will only go in once. I typically don't go in that many times just because I don't want to be too overly powdered, you know what I mean? Because with my dry skin, it can look a little cakey sometimes. And a lot of times, sometimes I'll just take the excess that's on the brush and call it a day. All right. So we got our face set. This is looking good. It's not too bad. Now we're gonna go in with bronzer. I'm gonna use the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer here. This is in the shade 01. And I'm gonna take my big e.l.f. Precision Powder Brush for the bronzer, and I'm gonna put my brush in and kind of really scoop it around. There's definitely a lot of kickback when you do that. And we're just gonna go in and hopefully we can get the product evenly distributed on both sides and a little bit on the forehead. I feel like it's not looking too terrible. Maybe a little bit darker on this side, but so far I think it's looking good. What do you guys think? I feel like it's not too bad. All right, let's go in with blush. Here we have the e.l.f. blush. This is in the shade Always Rosy, and we're gonna go in with this, and I'm just gonna use my blush brush. This is just some excess product on from before, so I have not gone into the blush yet, but we're just gonna swirl our brush around, try to get as most product as we can. And you can see it's definitely kicking back up in the pan, so I definitely think this will be pigmented. I'm gonna tap off the excess and try to evenly distribute this. I definitely picked up way too much, so I'm gonna have to go in with the Beauty Blender because we're about to be looking crazy. I feel like with this challenge, you kind of have to be heavy-handed with your products in order to successfully do the challenge, you know, because you're trying to go in and get as much product as you can, which can make it seem like you're going a little overboard. So you can see this blush, it's really showing. So I'm just gonna go in with my sponge and just kind of even it out a little bit so it doesn't look as crazy. And go back in with the bronzer brush just to kind of make everything blend a little bit more seamlessly. Okay, how does that look? Not bad, right? For highlighter, we're gonna go in with the Milk Makeup highlighter. This is in the shade Flex. It's a nice gold highlighter, and we're gonna take a highlighter brush. This is the Morphe R36 brush, and we're really gonna get in there and try to get some highlight. I feel like with highlighter, you have the easiest advantage because you don't need a lot of highlighter usually to get a blinding highlight. Some on the nose here and on the Cupid's bow. You can see this highlighter is so beautiful. It's literally blinding. Now let's quickly set our face. We're gonna go in with the Rare Beauty Mist. This is the Always an Optimist 4-in-1 mist, and normally I would go in with a few spritzes for sure if it's not a continuous bottle, which I was thinking of using a continuous bottle, but you know, I feel like it was just like cheating if I did that. So we're just gonna go in with a spray and spray this face. Of course, only one spray. I really don't even think it's gonna do anything. You're better off probably not even using setting spray, but let's see what we can do. I tried to get as much as I could, and I barely got any on my face, but I got a little bit on my cheeks, so I guess it counts. Now we're gonna go in with the brows. I'm a little nervous for this part, you guys. I'm not kidding. We're gonna go in with the ColourPop pomade. This is in the shade Dope Taupe. And I do have a brush here. I'm gonna try my best, you guys, but I'm not the best with pomades or brows in general, so pray for me, please. But I'm gonna go in and try to get as much product as I can. I just put a huge dent in the pomade, and we're gonna brush the hairs up. You guys know I always have a good brow and a bad brow, but today I think they're both gonna be bad, okay? So let's see how good we do. I'm just gonna start by underlining the front and then kind of going to the end to like form the tail, and then up at the top. Oh no, I'm out. Oh no, I don't have any more left. Oh, I'm sweating, you guys. I'm getting nervous. This is too much. This is really stressing me out. All right, so we got the outline done and we really have no product to go in and actually fill in the brows, which I had a feeling was gonna happen. I just felt it in my gut that that's what we were doing today. But I'm just gonna quickly go in and try to get as much product as I can off of this brush. I think this looks terrible. I'm not even gonna lie. I hate doing my brows. It's so hard for me. I don't know how these people get such perfect brows, but I need somebody to teach me because I look crazy. All right, so I think this is as good as it gets for the brows. I don't think it's gonna get much better than this. What do you guys think? So we're finished with the pomade. Now we're gonna go in with a tinted brow gel. This is the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel, and this is in the shade light brown. Maybe this will help fill in our brows a little bit. So here I just pulled it out of the packaging, so we're just gonna use whatever on the brush. I'm not gonna go back in and dip it in again. And let's see if we can fill in our brows a little bit more with this. First of all, you guys, I need to trim my brows. Do you see this right now? It's been a hot minute. You know what, I'm gonna trim it now while we're here. Just a little trim here and there. All right, what do you guys think? Does this look good or no? I don't think I like it. I think my brows kind of look a little dark. It does match my roots, but I don't know. I feel like they look a little dark, but we did it. We got through the brows. Now let's do the eyeshadow. I think this is gonna be really difficult. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna try. So of course I knew that I needed to pick a palette that has some good color payoff. So I picked up the James Charles and Morphe palette. Here she is, this beauty right here. I think I'm just gonna do a brown with some maybe hints of red or orange. I think we're gonna go in with this shade right here, just a really light brown, and we're gonna use that for the transition color. Got my brush here and I'm really just gonna dip it in. Look how much product is on my brush, you guys. Oh my gosh, let's tap off a little bit of that. So we're gonna start over here in the crease, and basically I'm just gonna go from one eye to the next, try to make it as even as possible. This side over here ultimately looks darker, I think. It definitely got more pigment than on this side, but so far it's not bad. Not bad, not bad. Okay, I don't mind it. It's okay. I think for the lid, I actually want to put like a dark brown on the lid, I think. So I'm gonna get a flat shader brush, if I can find a clean one. And I think I want to go in with this shade right here. I know it looks a little bit red on camera, but it's definitely a chocolate brown. And we are just gonna put our brush in here and pick up some of that product. Look how much product is coming up. It's unreal how much product I'm getting. So I'm just gonna go in and pack this on both eyelids. Let's pray that we have enough shadow on here for both. Oh my gosh, look how crazy I look, you guys. I promise this look will come together. They always look crazy at first until you finish, and then it looks a little better. So bear with me. So the next shade that I want to go in with, I think I want to go in with this purple right here. I know I was going to say I said like a red or orange, but I really want to go in with this purple. And we're going to take that same brush that we used and really get some purple on there. And place that in the crease. And blend it out. I can't tell if I like it or not, to be honest. There's definitely a challenge for sure because I just subconsciously want to go in and like keep tapping in, but I realize that I can't. It's kind of difficult for me. All right. I do like the purple, pink, and the brown together, but I think now let's go in with this color right here. It's like a pinky mauve color with a little bit of brown undertone in it, and we're just gonna use that to kind of blend out the pink as well. I have to keep blowing the shadow out of the pan because the kickback is unreal when you're like digging your brush in it. And we're just gonna blend out these edges, make it look nice and smooth since we're looking a little rough. I think it's starting to look a little bit better now that we've added some more color to it. You know what I just remembered? How am I going to go in and do the lower lash line? I can't even use the same colors, or I'd be dipping twice. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I never even thought about that. All right, so I think this is as good as the eye look is going to get. I do have some powder or some fallout on my face, so I'm just gonna brush that away. For the lower lashes, I guess I'm just gonna have to go in with a different color. So it's not like I'm dipping twice into the same shade, you know what I mean? So let's find a different color to use on the lower lash line. I think I'm just gonna go in with this dark brown right here. I know it looks black, but it's just a very deep brown, and really pack my brush in there. I definitely need to tap off the excess for that. And then I definitely think I messed up here. I definitely should not have went in with this color because it looks black, but it's not black though. It's just a really dark brown in the pan, but then like on my face it looks black. Oh my gosh. I just screwed myself, I think, you guys. I need to go in with a different color because this isn't doing it for me. I'm just gonna go back in with that brush that I used earlier with no additional product, and let's just blend, blend, blend like our life depends on it. And actually, I think I'm gonna go in with another brown probably just to kind of even this look out. I'm just gonna go in with this color here. I don't think I went in with that one already. You know what? Maybe I did go in with that one already and I just don't remember. Let me just get a different palette because I don't want to mess myself up here. I'm gonna take this other Morphe palette. This is the 39S palette, and I'm gonna go in with this brown right here and really dab my brush in there, tap off the excess. And just kind of blend out the edges and bring some of that brown up to the outer corner. I definitely should have went in with a smaller brush, but it's all good. It's all good. It just looks really blown out. I also want to go in with an inner corner highlight and a brow bone highlight. So I actually think I'm just going to go in with my finger, and I'm going to use this shade right here. It's a really pretty kind of champagne-y color, and I'm just dipping my finger in, and this is the product that we got, and we're going to go in and kind of get what we can, just like that. Whew. All right, we are almost done, you guys. Now we're gonna go in with mascara. I'm just gonna use this Maybelline Colossal Mascara, and actually let's curl our lashes. I'm not gonna go in with any falsies today just because I know that I would have to dip into the glue more than once, so I feel like it would be cheating, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna curl my lashes here, and we're just gonna go with some mascara today. It's actually been a hot minute since I've curled my lashes, not gonna lie. All right, let's apply this mascara. And of course, we just have to use what is on the wand. There is no going back, which actually I typically don't go into my mascaras that often. I usually will just dip once and use whatever I have on the product. I typically won't go back in and keep adding multiple layers to my lashes, especially if I'm putting false lashes on, because it just kind of defeats the purpose. Whew. All right, we got our mascara on. The lashes don't look too bad. I'm just gonna use my fan so we can dry the mascara before it transfers to my skin. All right, and for lips, I'm not gonna go in with a lip pencil because obviously I would have to keep going in with the lip pencil. So I'm just going to apply a gloss. You guys know I've been loving glosses lately. I would go in with a liquid lipstick, but I feel like I'd have to lip line. So because I'm not going to be lip lining, I just think a gloss is the best way to go. Let's go in with this e.l.f. gloss. This is the Retro Paradise gloss. And this is in the shade Tropical Fruit Punch. Let's just go in with this. Oh, this stuff tastes so good. Not that you should eat it, but it tastes so good. Literally like fruit punch. Whew, and that's a wrap. All right, you guys, so we have just finished this challenge. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna say it, I'm exhausted. This challenge was so fun. I don't really like how the eyes look that much. I like how the top looks, but I really don't like how the bottom looks. And I don't really like how my brows look either, but you know what? It is what it is. It's literally the point of a challenge. So something can go wrong, I feel. But other than that, the skin looks really, really good. You guys can see my skin's looking amazing. What did you guys think of this challenge? Let me know in the comments below. I love watching other people do challenges on their YouTube videos. So to me, when I see one and it's like inspiring me, I want to do it too. But yeah, this was really challenging for sure. I'm really exhausted. I feel like I had to put so much thought into each step, and that's why I'm so exhausted. So yeah, guys, that is it for this little challenge. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and check out my social medias if you want to. And let me know in the comments below what you think of this video. Give the video a thumbs up. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.